Yo, what's happening, YouTube fam? Y'all already know who it is and what it is. We back again with another video. I'm your host, Major, and this is the Doghouse, baby. So first thing first, man, I want to address some little fan bases out there. This little fan base out there. So, a fan base that I never even engaged with, but all of a sudden, you know, they trying to troll me, trying to troll the dogs. So we talking about the Nebraska fan base. So Nebraska are so hyped up. They're so glad, you know, and excited about this whole Dylan Raiola madness, right? So not too long ago, probably like a week or two ago, I put up a senior highlights. They had dropped a Dylan Raiola senior highlights, and I wanted to post it to kind of give insight on the future of Georgia quarterbacks, right? So at this time, Dylan Raiola hadn't announced that he's going to take a visit. So I had already posted it, right? So, you know, it was getting the normal views, and, you know, whatever, a couple of hundred views. And then all of a sudden, I'm starting to see notification after notification after notification. And it's all Nebraska fans trolling. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we thank you for putting up this for Nebraska, and yeah, he's gone, and you can. I'm thinking to myself, for one, he hasn't actually said he's leaving. Right. He did go and visit. True enough. I think he visited Saturday, right? So he should be announcing sometime this week if he's transferring or not. That's my opinion on what I think, right? But anyway, I don't know you Nebraska fans. When the last time y'all played Georgia? When the last time y'all played for a national championship? Can y'all please tell me that? So y'all not even in our stratosphere. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do you another one. I'm gonna do you a better one. You couldn't even wipe the shit off the bottom of our boots. So stop trying to troll somebody that you're not in competition with. You don't play us in the regular season. You don't get into the playoffs. You don't play for no natty. So why are you trolling somebody that you're not in competition with? Troll who's in your conference. Y'all troll each other back and forth, because Georgia you're not even in our stratosphere, baby. You know, I just needed to get that out the way, because I got tired of seeing these dudes come from left field. I have never, and like I said, engaged with a Nebraska fan. And all of a sudden, since this dude done went and said he was going, you know, going to a visit, now they trying to troll me. Like, what's the big deal? You know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm providing highlights to, you know, providing this content for the fan base to see. You know, and all of a sudden, oh, this and all that. And I know people gonna do that. That come with the territory. I ain't really tripping. I just wanted to address it. But stop it. Stop it, Nebraska. Y'all, come on, man. Y'all couldn't compete with us. Anyway, let's talk about the subject matter at hand, and I want to talk about the transfers, man, because I've already done a video talking about the transfers. I've said it a million times. Most of the guys that go in the transfer portal are not starters. Now, just recently, Jamon Dumas-Johnson, the linebacker, he just went into the transfer portal. He was a 4-star linebacker. And he just went in. Now, in my opinion, I think it's NIL. I don't know what other reason why he would go in, you know, but I'm just thinking NIL, because NIL been floating out there. It's been out there for a while now. People is talking about NIL all over college football. So at the end of the day, that's just my opinion. I don't know what his true reasons on why, but I want to talk about him and CJ Allen. Now, CJ Allen pretty much stepped up for him and played his role when his arm broke. Y'all know his arm broke, I think in the Missouri game, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think his arm broke in that Missouri game. So let me do this right now. Let me just pull this up for y'all. I don't want to hold. All right, so let's go here, right? So who is this right now? This is CJ Allen. So let's go to Dumas-Johnson. All right, so we got Dumas-Johnson, right? And this is the ESPN website, right? So you got Dumas-Johnson, 34 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, 0 interceptions. All right, so let's go down. I think his last game was right here. If I ain't mistaken, y'all, I think his last game was the Mizzou game. And then CJ Allen took over from there. But here's the thing. He got 34 tackles, 3.5 sacks. Kudos, you know, good deal. So let's go to CJ Allen. 35 tackles, 1 sack, 0 forced fumbles, 0 interceptions. All right, he played in the Mizzou game. I don't think he was started. I think that's when he first came in for Dumas on to the SEC championship, right? And with those small amount of games, this is his stats. Right, we just seen Dumas-Johnson had 34 sacks with 3.5 I know 34 tackles with 3.5 sacks. You got CJ Allen, 35 tackles, 1 sack. So I don't feel like it was a drop off. And I wanted y'all to see this because I feel like the guys that cover Georgia, they don't show you stuff like this. So that's where have the fan bases in a frenzy because they don't show you the stats of these players. They just tell you they don't went into the transfer portal, and they come up with all of these different ideas or these different opinions on why they may have went into the transfer portal. At the end of the day, I really don't care why they go into the transfer portal. I just want to know that we have another guy to fill that position, you know, and we definitely have a guy right here in CJ Allen. If not, I honestly think he's going to be better than Dumas Johnson. Now, that's just my opinion now. That's just my opinion, you know. Yeah, man. So, you know, the dude is he's a hell of a player, you know, but this is for the people that feel like, oh my God, what we gonna do without Dumas? This is for y'all. We got a guy already. Y'all seen him the last 4 or 5 games anyway, so y'all already know what time it is. All right, so we moving on. So let's move on to the transfers, right? All of the actual transfers, but we doing 21 and 22. So for 21, y'all remember when Darion Kendrick came from Clemson, and Gilbert came from LSU, and Tyke came from Washington, right? Well, Virginia, I meant. Y'all remember all of that, right? But here are the transfers right here. Here are all of the transfers, and this was the 2021 season. Now, if I could recall, what happened in the 2021 season with all of these transfers? Can somebody tell me? Y'all already know we won the Natty, right? So that's the 2021. Let's go back up. Let's go to 2022. This ain't gonna be a long video. I just want to show y'all a few things. Let's go to 2022. All right, this 2022. And if I could recall, I counted this. If I could recall, it was 15 guys. And out of this amount of guys, let me go back to 21. Let me go back to 21. I hate to do that, but I need to go back. All right. Out of all of these guys that went in the transfer portal, please tell me which one of these guys was starters. Dewan Mathis, he don't count because we seen what he was able to do. But please tell me which one of these guys were actual starters. I think Demetrius Robinson was the only one out of all of these guys, right? And it's about 10 guys, right? Out of all these guys, only one was a starter. And he really didn't start as much as he wanted to. That's why he left, right? Let's go back to 2022. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all devoting y'all time to these guys that cover Georgia, but they don't give y'all the real. They don't pull up these stats and show y'all the real when these guys go into the transfer portal. They just speak on it. That's all they do. You know, and they jumble around about a bunch of different reasons and things like that and talk about a bunch of different things, but they never show y'all that with all of the guys that go in, it's only probably going to be 1 or 2 guys that have actually started at Georgia. Now, that's the 22-2 season. Now, what happened in the 22-2 season? Y'all tell me. Once again, we won the Natty, right? All right. So you got JT Daniels. He wasn't starting. You know, he got his job took. Okay, you got one guy that was actually starting that have been having a hell of a lot of problems with Georgia, with the fan base anyway. Jermaine Burton. All right, Jermaine Burton was a starter, but he's another guy like Demetrius Robinson. He wanted more playing time, so he felt the need to go into the transfer portal. Now, this is somebody I honestly feel like I know for a fact that's why he went into the transfer portal, because he felt like Stetson wasn't, targeting him enough. And I understand. I mean, when he went over there to Alabama, Bryce Young did target him more, but hell, they didn't even have a wide receiver core over there to target. So he would be the guy to target the most. They didn't have nobody. Amir Speed, we seen glimpses of him, but and I counted this row of guys right here, and it's 15 guys. So that's 15 in 2022 and like 10, maybe a little more in 21. And in both years we won a Natty. So what are we crying about, fan base? What are we really crying about? It's no point in crying. There's no point in boo-hooing, you know. But I get why y'all do it, because y'all, you know, go over there. Like I said, y'all devote y'all time to them other guys that don't give y'all the real content. You know, I'm not saying it's an issue. I'm not saying that they, you know, trying to do it, you know, intentionally. I'm just saying when you come over here, I'm gonna pull up some of these things to let y'all know, like, hey, don't be cool now. Chill out, bro. Chill out, because we still got guys. Don't worry about these little transfers. Don't worry about Dylan Raiola. You know what I mean? Don't worry about that. We still got Ryan Puglisi. And have y'all watched Ryan Puglisi's highlights? I know most of y'all probably have. Most of y'all that subscribe to me probably have. You tell me who's the better quarterback. Who looks better? I don't know who's the better quarterback, but who looks better? And you know, I'm so glad about the hype around Dylan Raiola, because it made most of us perk up and start paying attention to Ryan Puglisi. It honestly made me pay more attention. Now, honestly, I knew off rip that Ryan was going to be a good quarterback. I knew that off rip just watching his highlights. I'm talking about like his sophomore highlights, you know, his junior highlights. I was watching them way, you know, when I first heard of him coming to Georgia, you know, and I watched his highlights and automatically I felt like, well, damn, he's going to be a good quarterback for us. But when Dylan Raiola came about, his name started sparking out there. He kind of overshadowed Ryan Puglisi. But this whole thing about visiting, I'm glad that this happened, because it's making us shine light on the person that's a committed dog, you know, and that's Ryan Puglisi. So, you know, I just wanted to make this video short and sweet. You know, y'all already know who it is and what it is. I'm your host with the most, Major, and this is the Doghouse. Fans, chill out, man. Y'all already know we gonna be dogs. We dogs for life. Y'all calm down, take a breather, and come to the Doghouse for that real content. Oh, you like that last video? You feeling my vibe? Well, go on and hit that bell down below and subscribe to get more content from the Doghouse, baby. Yeah.